Hey guys, another week, another game dev vlog, and this week has been a fairly productive one, especially compared to the past few weeks, so I'm definitely glad about that. Now, first of all, on Rotate, I made some decent progress on a few things. At the beginning of the week, I started by rewriting a lot of the story that I had written, especially the lines for the antagonist in the game. It just wasn't getting the idea across that I wanted it to, and it was never feeling right, but now it's finally there, I think, and it's pretty much locked in as being final for some of that. So that's pretty good right there. Now, other than that, I did a few minor changes to some of the levels. Most significant thing there being the tutorial level 1 at the beginning of the game. I tweaked a little bit of that, and it feels like it teaches players the concepts of the game a little bit better than it did before. And then one of the more significant things I did over the past few days at the end of the week has been some graphical changes to the game. So I've tweaked a few graphics that I already had in the game. I've added a new background for later levels so it feels like you're progressing through the game properly, and I've added a couple of decorative blocks to make the environment look a little more interesting, convincing, and all of that. So the game's really looking a little more polished now. It's looking a lot closer to the final product. And actually, I believe I have all of the blocks that I need for the entire game except for the very ending, the last level of the game, because it's so different from the rest. You'll see what I mean when, I guess when you play the game soon enough. And when will that be? Well, I know I've set some rather unrealistic goals in the past as far as when this game would be released, and getting this far along, I'm now realizing that this was actually quite an ambitious project. It's so different than anything I've done before. But now that I am at this point, and obviously we're at the beginning of March, the third month of the year, time's really flying this year, I can pretty much say that the game will be released this month. Now, of course, I do have to say that's unless anything unexpected happens, as we saw last month when I got sick and all that. That really threw all the plans out the window. But I really think I've got a good chance of getting it finished this time, so let's see. Now, of course, yesterday was Saturday, so I felt it would be a good idea to get back into doing on Twitter #ScreenshotSaturday and start promoting the game again and the development I'm getting done on it. So I went ahead and posted a GIF of the gameplay in the first level, and it got a little bit of attention. And the main thing is I want to get in the habit of posting more about it so that more people can see it, more people that would enjoy playing the game can find out about it, all of that stuff. Now, relating to that, my older brother Alex, also known as Kentaya, is starting work on a game called Yum. It's something that he's been attempting to do for quite some time, but been on and off development, trying to debate whether or not that's the best game for him to do first, or if he even wants to do that game. But it looks like he's back to wanting to finish that one as his first game that he's also trying to do for a sponsorship, like what I'm doing with Rotate, to start making money with game dev. But he proposed a race to see who can meet their goals with their game development by the end of the month. My goal is to really get my game released by the end of the month. His is to at least have it to a nearly finished state. So we'll see how that goes. Even my younger brother Jason decided that he's gonna try to join in on that race and try to make a simple little game. He's starting to get into game dev. If you want to check out his stuff, links down in the description as well. But I think that's everything on Rotate. So now, of course, I've been working on stuff to do with Everybody Edits this week as well. Now, at the beginning of the week on Monday, Chris Lamb, the new owner of Everybody Edits, posted an announcement on the Everybody Edits forums, and that announcement was about the long-term plan for the game. And in the announcement, he went over a few things. First of all, the reboot to Everybody Edits, and that's something that I've kind of hinted at over time. Now, of course, in the future, I'll be able to go into a little more detail as to what this reboot means for the game, but it's definitely pretty much the only way forward for it, really. Now, the idea is to have it ready for release early next year, but if at all possible, it will be earlier than that, and I actually do expect so. Now, some of the things that'll be going on in Everybody Edits in the meantime will be things like actually a fairly significant user interface overhaul, mostly relating to the experience of first joining the game, making it more user-friendly to play as guest, and doing some things like making the lobby a lot less intensive, because currently it's a little bit ridiculous when it comes to CPU usage. And then it also looks like there will be some changes to the campaign system and some other minor changes here and there as well. And the day after, on Tuesday, there was actually an update to the game relating to, I guess it was International Polar Bear Day, and people had been requesting a polar bear smiley, so Alex went ahead and made a polar bear smiley, and people seemed to really like it, so I think it turned out pretty well. And then also, there were some bug fixes to the game. I wasn't too involved in that part, but actually, Alex was also wanting to revamp a lot of the smileys, or at least a few different ones that really needed some work as soon as possible. But he was really running out of time. It was kind of crunched right at the last minute. So I went ahead and helped him with some of the smiley revamps. So I went ahead and cleaned up like 5 of the different smileys: the princess, boy, country singer, fairy, and lion smileys. I did all those revamps, and I think they turned out all right. They at least are an improvement from what they were, and it seems like most people agree. But other than that, there were mostly just some discussions within the team. I talked quite a bit with Chris about intentions and motives with the game and goals moving forward, and it looks like we all agree on the direction the game needs to go, and hopefully we'll be able to take it there over the course of this year and the coming years. So the game definitely has a future. It's just going to take a little bit of work to get it there, but it's going to be well worth it. So anyway, I do think that is going to have to be it for today. So if you enjoyed this video, maybe learned something, be sure to leave a like, maybe a comment, and definitely subscribe for more content from me in the near future. So yeah, I'll see you around. Goodbye.